This is my crypto ledger, and as you can see, in under 30 days, I lost over $250,000, and to date, I've lost over $500,000. As you can see right here, all my operations, you can see that I never sold. This isn't me taking any money out of this account. This is all completely money that has vanished, that is no longer there. Yes, I still hold a lot, so hopefully if it goes up, I can make that money back. But as of right now, that's money that I could have sold on October 5th or on September 21st when my account was at $858,000, and I would have $500,000 more to my net worth than I have in this moment. This has been a very odd experience to me because for some reason, I don't feel sad at all. I honestly feel completely the same. And I want to talk about why. And it's because over the last 10 years since I launched my first Instagram business, I have made sure that I have preserved capital. Now, yes, that is a significant loss, but I've made sure to diversify my portfolio so a loss in one of my investments won't deteriorate my mentality as I go on with my week and my year. For example, I made sure to invest inside of my startup LinkMe over $100,000 when I was 20 years old, and today we have a $200 million valuation. I invested over $2 million in real estate as well. I also have cars that I can easily sell at any time. I have a Richard Mille watch. I have a lot of money in the bank account, and my digital marketing agency actively generates income every single day. Therefore, if you're going to invest in the crypto markets, these are things that can happen. So make sure that you don't put all your eggs in one basket, because this is a perfect example of that happening. For anybody on the journey that feels like they know they're gonna make it, but they just don't know how, I wanna talk about exactly what to do to make your dreams a reality. You see, when I was growing up, I never thought I'd be a multimillionaire by the age of 21. I also never thought that I would be in a position where I can lose $500,000 in just a few months and really not feel anything towards. I never had a dream car, dream college. I never really had any of those aspirations. My only aspiration was that I wanted to transform my dad's financial situation, and that's what I've went on to do with opening up a restaurant with him back in 2018 with all my capital and all my marketing skills, and putting him into a business that he is the owner of so he can continue to grow equity in the company, and one day we can sell it and my dreams of making him a multimillionaire will also become true. When I was growing up, I experienced my dad not being one of those rich dads who was just giving you everything or even had anything to give me if he wanted. I would buy my own Christmas gifts from a young age of 9 years old. I remember buying my own bass guitar with money I had saved up from selling things around the house. I then started selling toys in school at 9 to 10 years old. I was selling Bionicles, Silly Bands, you name it, everything I could get my hands on. At around 10 to 11 years old, I came across sneakers and I started cleaning shoes so I can afford to camp out for my first sneaker. At around 11 years old, I actually camped out for my first shoe. I had my dad come with me to a Foot Locker store from 12 a.m. all the way to 8 a.m. And I remember selling the shoes the next day in a Facebook seller group chat, and my dad was in complete shock, not knowing how I was able to do that so fast. I continued to do that, hosting some really big sneaker events up until around 15 years old. And then from 15 to 17, I started throwing my own events in school, party buses, party events, and reselling tickets to famous festivals like Ultra, Rolling Loud, and many more. Throughout this whole time that I was experiencing becoming an entrepreneur with all these different side hustles, I was actually a top soccer player, so I maintained myself in amazing shape year round. I was always at the gym and also playing a lot of soccer consistently, and people started asking me how to transform their body. That's when I went ahead and I launched my first Instagram business, which was a fitness company. I scaled that fitness company to around $700,000 in sales. After that, I opened the restaurant in 2018, and in 2018, I also launched Grow With Us, my digital marketing agency that has generated well over $20 million in sales. I also failed. Not everything was sunshine and rainbows. After I had a lot of success with the fitness company, there was a time period when I went ahead and I launched a new course that was called Good Life Express, where I tried teaching people how to live a life where they followed the 4 key components: love, health, wealth, and happiness. Although that business did do very well, I felt that when I started promoting my offer to a cold audience, not many people trusted a young 18-year-old kid to teach them how to live their love, health, wealth, and happiness life and just bundle it up all together. So I felt I'd come back to that business model one day, but for now I wanted to focus on offering done-for-you services. I remember that moment because I spent like 4 or 5 months building that course, and I actually gave up on it after around 2 to 3 months of promoting it and switched right over to the marketing agency, which made me a millionaire in the first year and a half. I also remember dropping out and feeling so much pressure because a lot of the kids that I used to share, either if they were my roommates or they were coming over my dorm rooms a lot, I remember a lot of those people telling me, "You're crazy. Why are you dropping out? You're so dumb. You're going to be a failure." Funny enough, I never really let it affect me because in the back of my mind, I always knew that I was going to be successful and all these kids were just going to end up looking up to me. I was already making money before I had dropped out, so it didn't seem like too much of a risk. But I do remember feeling that I had no one supporting me. I didn't have my parents really supporting me on the decision. They obviously wanted me to stay in school. My dad didn't really care because he didn't go to college either. However, I wanted to make my parents proud, but I knew that I had a mission to go on and start generating as much income as I can with my marketing agency now, not wait around in college and waste those 4 years. But up to date, all my net worth has come from my digital marketing agency. In fact, I've never taken any cash out of LinkedIn. I only have my equity stored there for the day we exit the company. With Luna, I give all the money to my dad and I don't take any money out for myself. So everything has come from my marketing agency. Funny enough, with the real estate investments, I've actually lost money in those. I lose about $45,000 a year on the $1.5 million property that I bought that I'll actually break down in another video. But even if I only really have one main income stream, I made sure that I created a no-brainer, done-for-you, winning offer that allows me to predictably continue to grow exponentially, acquire new clients every single day, and this has allowed me to continue to diversify my portfolio and grow and preserve my wealth. So I briefly mentioned some of the investments that I made before, and I want to talk about why I made some of those purchases and investments. I originally invested in that $1.5 million property that I bought around 2023 for tax purposes, and I'll break that down in another video. I purchased my Lamborghini Urus in 2022 for tax purposes, my Model X Tesla for tax purposes as well. Since then, I've learned other tax strategies that I've come across through actively studying the tax code. I don't sell or teach any of these things publicly. However, internally, I have set myself up in better ways to not need to make any of those purchases. My Richard Mille I bought only because I had already been generating over $300K a month since 2020. So this is a delayed gift just to add something on my wrist that can show people I'm legit without needing to say too much. So let me know what you guys think about some of those purchases that I've made so far in my career. If you think they were dumb or smart investments, if you would have done the same, and feel free to comment below some of your dream materialistic stuff, even though at the end of the day, what I care most about in my life is the impact that I've made. I've hired over 1,000 people. I've helped over 10,000 plus personal brands and businesses. I've gone on many charity and give back trips. I'm constantly donating to charities as well. I don't even get a tax write-off on it because I don't care about that stuff. And I plan to do many world tours along my journey where I'm constantly giving back, not only giving them money one time and donating, but actually educating and training people so that I can hire them on a full-time salary. That's what I've done, hiring people across the entire world while being able to help other companies grow and generate more revenue. So if you guys like this video, you want to learn more about how you can work with me one-on-one, just go ahead, press in the description. You'll find a one-on-one link to book a call with me. I can't wait to connect with you, and I'm hoping you're enjoying this content and much more to come.